Yo, yo, what's good, everybody? Happy New Year. Um, Great time of year for football fans. Wildcard Saturday and Sunday, Wildcard weekend. It's going to be four really good games, in my opinion, and I'm going to give you all my picks for those four games right now. So, first game we're going to pick is the Houston Texans and Buffalo Bills. Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins on that side, on the offensive side. They have a defense with holes in it, but having J.J. Watt come back is going to be an emotional boost for them. So they'll be all fired up on that for them. And then on the other side, Buffalo is a very solid fundamental defense, and they have the ability to run the ball very well, which could come in handy today versus Houston, who's had trouble stopping the run all season. So for them, the key to the game is Josh Allen extending plays with his legs and controlling the line of scrimmage with the running game and playing solid defense. All that being said, I think that Houston, who's had trouble over the last couple of years in home wildcard games, gets the monkey off their back, and they win this game today. Next game is Tennessee and the New England Patriots. The offensive line for New England side, the offensive line has been really bad this year. Tom Brady hasn't been his normal self. It seems to be on the back end of his career. The wide receivers haven't been able to get open. The running game has been inconsistent. And all in all, offensively for the Patriots, even though they won 12 games this year, it's been a mess. A lot of the reason why they won 12 games is because they have one of the easier schedules in the league because their division hasn't been played very well. But all that being said, it's all going to come down to the defense. Defense is going to have to make a play for them. That's the only way they're going to have a chance to win this game. On the Tennessee side, Ryan Tannehill has been playing very well lately, one of the best quarterbacks in the league over the past 8 weeks, surprisingly. Derrick Henry led the league in rushing. A.J. Brown is one of the good up-and-coming young receivers, big play guy for them offensively. On the defense side of the ball, they play very sound, opportunistic defense, and they're going to make life kind of hard for Tom Brady today to make plays with all the inconsistency that the Patriots have had offensively this season. So, all that being said, my gut is telling me New England, but watching the games and watching Tennessee play tells me that they're the better team, and in the playoffs, the better team usually wins. So I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans today in that game. Tomorrow, we have New Orleans Saints versus the Minnesota Vikings. Saints got a whole bunch of weapons, man. Breeze, the trigger man. Peyton, the mastermind. Taysom Hill, the utility weapon. Michael Thomas, arguably the best receiver in the game. Alvin Kamara, one of the best running backs in the game. Jared Cook, a solid tight end down the middle of the field. A good offensive line. So they're a problem when you play them. Defensively, you can score on them, you can move the ball, but they do tend to cause forced turnovers, and they're able to stay in games that way. They're going to bend and they're going to give up points and yards, but they are a big play defense. When they need to make a big play, they try to find a way to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see that. The Dome is a hard place to play down in New Orleans. Very tough. Although my Niners went in there to handle it, that's a whole other story. We don't get into that. But all in all, on the Minnesota side, it's Kirk Cousins, man. Can he win a big game? They got all the weapons offensively they need. Thielen, Diggs, Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison is a good solid backup to Dalvin Cook. They got solid offensive line. It's all on Kirk. Defensively, they got the work cut out for them, but I know they'll play hard and everything like that. It'll be a close game early, but I just think that in the second half, that Saints offense is going to wear them down. So I'm going to take New Orleans Saints in that game. The Eagles and the Saints. It's going to come down to Carson Wentz or Russell Wilson, whoever can pull the rabbit out of their hat. This is Carson Wentz's playoff debut. Russell Wilson's been there and done that. On the Eagles side of the ball, they've half of the roster I feel like is on IR. They've had so many injuries. It's amazing that they were able to win their division and get this far. And it's going to be a tight game. On the Seattle side of the ball, I just feel like as good as Russell Wilson is and as great as he is, I think Wentz is going to have the better chance to pull the rabbit out this game, simply because the Seattle defense is not what it used to be. You can score on them, you can run the ball on them, and I think that the Eagles will be able to do that despite not having the weapons, the eight weapons. The kid Boston Scott, running back, has been playing very well for them, and Dallas Goedert has been playing very well for them. And I think that'll be enough for them to make some plays. And get the job done. The Eagles' secondary is actually still going to be an issue. It's been an issue. They've been playing a little bit better as of late, but they're going to have to continue that in this game against DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. All that being said, I'm a favorite Eagles in that game, in a close one. So that's my picks for the 4 games this week. I'll be back to get my predictions for the divisional round next week, and we'll see what happens. All right, enjoy the games. Happy New Year. See you when I see you. Peace.